Teamwork makes the dream work. And, I appreciate you. How was your day today?
My day is awesome, just like every day. Even when the day is stressful, as long as we're productive, as long as I keep a positive mindset, my day has always been good, okay?
Okay, can you talk about it? Because people, saying on Twitter, it's like the retrograde season or whatever. So a lot of people feeling very intense right now.
With the whole retrograde, see, man, honest, I mean,
I went straight.
I feel like if you get too deep into it, you start thinking a lot of stuff and then you start kind of manifesting issues and problems. But retrogrades usually something things that like you forgot or you didn't really pay too much attention to kind of start coming back into focus for you. Retrogrades really make you kind of focus and pay attention to the things that you may have missed when it was direct.
Mm.
Because a
Okay.
retrograde is when the planet is moving backwards. So if you think about what that would mean, if a planet's moving backwards, that means you have to retract back on something that you may have missed or something that wasn't of significance to you the first time.
How long is this supposed to go on for? This energy.
It depends on the planets. I have to look at. I honestly haven't even been looking at the transits lately. Can you believe that?
No, I
Me being an
cannot.
astrologer.
I cannot. That's what the only reason why I know I'm like people tweeting about it because I feel exactly the same. Like my energy stays lifted. How you said it's about just the mindset that we have to create. So I try my
Right,
best to make it an intention to like be on the swivel out here.
right, and that's all we can do. So what? You didn't even tell me how your day was first.
Today it was relaxing. I feel like it's about to be that time of the month. So it's causing me to go inward. It's causing me to have a lot of emotions right now. I can feel a lot. So,
Right. You're about to have your full moon internally.
and I'm like, and I have like shifted my mindset as I grow in age just to be thankful for this cleanse that's about to happen to my body. It's like the power of the woman, baby.
Releasing. It's so crazy because it's like the moon and the cycles of the moon. It literally represents a woman's cycle. So like when it's a full moon, that full moon energy is like
Mm.
when we go through menstruation. So when we have when we're on our periods and stuff, that's literally our cleansing. We're more emotional. In a full moon, people they say, people are more emotional. People are gonna get out. It's usually you're getting out something that you kept inside. And then the new moon is when you plant seeds. The new moon in our cycle is when we're ovulating. So when we're fertile.
And I heard like when we're like ovulating, that's when we have like so much glow, and that's like even more attractive. It's crazy. They just
When we're ovulating, yeah,
yeah.
during a new moon, yes.
What's on your heart? What's on your heart? Because I was just before we got on here, I just like posted a video about how men gotta stop being so easy. And not just men, I think everybody has to stop being so easy.
Yeah, like, you know, just in general, I feel like it's been an inflation on body parts lately. It's just been so inflated. Body parts in general. So like just like when like the cost of things are inflated and it's
Mhm.
taken and like $1 doesn't mean anything as much anymore. It takes $3 for the value of $1. It's like body parts are so inflated. You're like, oh, okay, nah, you don't want me. All right, whatever. Next one. It's like, oh, I can get a next one tomorrow. We're like tomatoes out here. You know what I mean? So,
Tomato, tomato, tomato.
and that goes for both. I feel like it goes for both genders, not just women or men.
Why has it gotten like this though? Why are we on demon time, Kay? We are
Right.
on
Like,
demon time, and we think it's a flex being on demon time. That's a whole trend.
It's honestly, it's gonna come to an end soon. Honestly, it's just all about like what's going on right now. Everything right now is like, you know, short attention spans. You're here now, you're gone tomorrow. Where's the next one at? I'm catching the next. You know, I'm catching what's the next best thing. But at the same time, there's a balance, and so we're kind of losing a certain genuinity within ourselves, everybody, or like the real value we're not really paying attention to.
Yes, it's so many times like I think social media is like playing with our psyche because a lot of people want to look like each other now. I love how you stand for being natural, like natural bodies matter, natural booties matter. Like
It does. It matters. Because like when you go in the gym and work out your body as opposed to like going to get it done, it's like you know, to keep it in shape, to actually let it last, you have to go in the gym anyway, right? To make it last. And then when you really go through a transformation and like really change your body in the gym, you start to have a discipline about yourself. So you learn discipline mentally. You know the intensity at which you need to work out. So it you really go through a huge transformation, not just a body transformation, you know? It
it's
took hard
mental.
work and persistence to get, you know, to go through that. So it changes you as a person. So you kind of know what you're capable of. You know what I mean?
It's really a mental game out here, but it's no easy way to get your body done, to get your mind right, to spiritually level up. But we want it like so fast, so instant, and we want it microwavable. I feel like that's why it's so fast, and that's why everyone is so easy.
Right. It's girl, everything is just getting way too fake. Everything is just getting so fake.
It's hard being real out here. That's what it
Right.
is. What
People
was you
kind
about
of
to
just,
say?
well, you know what? Real, you know, the truth is always gonna show itself, or it's always gonna live long through the fakeness. You know what I mean? So like when people start to get a touch of that fakeness, we're still kind of searching for the real or the truth in the fakeness. You know, that's what I feel like. No matter what time it is, no matter it's like timeless. So like truth keeps living on in different ways.
Yes.
You know?
That is true. It is timeless. And like wisdom is really what is gonna stick no matter what. It's like the wisdom. It gotta be facts
Right.
over feelings.
Yeah. Really has to be facts over feelings. For that video that I sent you about the guy jumping over the escalator because they were doing a prank.
Yes. That's what I was saying. How we are it's so easy. All I gotta do is touch your hand and you ready to throw it down.
Throw it down. Let's go to the car. Okay,
Let's
for
go
real
to
though,
the
guys, you guys cannot be walking around here that horny. Like, no, seriously. I want to talk to my men real quick.
come on,
Yo,
talk to us. Talk to us. Talk to
you
us.
guys cannot. I know your testosterone levels are just going crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Kinda low.
But you not 13-year-old. You not 14 anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you just realized what you got. Like, I need you to keep it in your pants. I need you to really vet out what you want. I need you to start thinking long term. I need you to start, you know what I'm saying, not having like a whole bunch of baby mamas and then getting mad and saying, this what I want. I don't want to settle down with this person, but you still playing games at the same time. So it's like we really and you know what? I'm just not getting on you guys because I think both women and men have some accountability. They need to take some accountability on both
Yes.
sides, but right now I'm talking about the men right now.
Yes. Right now.
Because you guys not realizing the value. You guys have value too, so it's not like I'm just getting on my girls like, oh, we're value. You know, y'all have value. You guys don't even realize if you guys were to keep it in the pants and discern who you actually do want to sleep in the bed with, then you might have a better outcome.
Yes. But now we are in this trend right now. I just seen a video like before we went live, so it's like fresh on my frontal cortex talking about Like they want women to submit and for them to lead. But how can you lead if you don't even lead yourself, or you know yourself as a man, as a person, as a soul? Like
That's true.
outside of the ego, what it's labeling you or is trying to define you. Of course, you're not going to really know yourself, because if you're thinking like fulfillment is straight through sex, no wonder why all of them are just looking for women to like boost their ego and like boost their self-esteem, because they don't know themselves outside of sex or outside of money.
Right. Yeah, I agree. It's like everything is like a transaction.
And if it's gonna be like that, like let's be real about it. Like let's not try to fake the funk like it's unconditional love or I like you for what it is. No, people are liking you for what the things you have. Like
Exactly.
that's what dating is right now. Okay, it's just like, okay, how much money he got, what type of body she got, what type of, like, it's not, they don't
It's
really don't care about your personality. They care about just
it's
like your
very
body.
superficial. It's very superficial, but what we have to realize is like these things kind of come after the fact. So like if that's what you always go off of when a situation is different, because it could become very different because you're just going off of what you see right now. You're just going off of what the external is showing, but you really don't know. Like, okay, for example, if it's just a man that has money, right? Okay, do you truly know how he, like, how did he get the money? How was he handling the money? How, like, what are the long-term goals that he has set out? How does he live his life from day to day? What is his mentality like? Is he rich in the mind? Does he have a rich mindset?
Mm.
Is that a value? You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to really look underneath just money itself, because money you can win the lottery tomorrow and then it could be gone within a week. So
Mm.
it can't just be money. We have to really trace everything back to the source. And as a woman, you cannot just look at her looks if she doesn't have anything else to offer, because after being with her for a while, you have to know where her goals are. You have to know where is she placing her true value? Is she insecure? Has she not healed from something? Does she just put everything in her looks because she's insecure and she feels like she's not valuable anywhere else? That's a big thing.
Mm. Mm.
Because that means she just gonna jump to the next person anyway that make her feel like, if she's just living in the body, she could be living in attention.
In the body. Oh my
She just
gosh,
living in
that's
who gonna give
deep.
her the attention that makes her feel like she's valuable. So she have to see where her head is at, and like, where she places her value.
Mm. Wow, that is so deep, because most people are like strictly moved off of flesh. And of course, like we're searching for a type of feeling. Like they want, like we were searching for somebody to like love us. And if we really like break down love, it's really just a strong it's really just a strong affection. And
Right.
I'm like, it is so overrated how we're throwing it around so easily, but we're not really knowing like a strong definition of building something solid with a person, like outside of just a feeling of love. Like, oh, they just make me feel giddy. Like they make me feel loved. Like we all want to feel loved in some capacity. But if we're not, that's what I'm like saying. Like if we don't have that within ourselves, of course we're gonna be desperate and praying for that outside.
Right, because if you can't make yourself, like, you got to get to the core of like, what is it about it that make that person makes you feel? Is that this, like, can you not feel that without them? That's really important. You have to ask these questions, because that means that you can't make yourself feel loved.
Mm.
Like, I feel like it should be a plus. You know, I feel like another person should be a plus to you. There should also always be like a source of self-reliant love,
Mm.
like a
It will make
baseline of
it will make
fulfillment.
it will make things so much easier in the dynamic though. You won't be codependent. You're not gonna be needy. And you're not
Right.
going to feel like this person, like you have to idolize a person or put them on a pedestal or put somebody before you. Like you should want your partner or whoever you are involved with to truly commit to themselves or to truly search and seek for the truth within themselves.
Right. Right. Because and then people might say that that's selfish when it's like that's actually being the most selfless, because if that person chooses something, like you actually can see it from their perspective, it really opens your mind up to be more unbiased in whatever decision that they make. And you know how to separate yourself from them more, as opposed to like you're looking at everything in a more possessive mindset if you don't have that kind of separation, you
That
know?
is
And it actually, because like if they say they want something, you can truly see their what's their best self interest, like something in their POV and not just your POV of what you feel like they should do because you love them, or like you just, it's like you're constantly, it's not bad to be a guide for a person, but it's like you're constantly like no, because no, but me, but you don't love me though, and everything becomes an attack on you. Everything becomes a personal attack. You know what I'm saying? Because you're only looking through those eyes, and then it makes you feel that it's like, oh, they did that to hurt me, or they did, and they may not have, but because you're coming from that perspective, it
personal
feels
play.
that way. That's why time is the best healer, because later on there you'll be like, oh, I healed from that person, and then you look back at it and it's like you can kind of see it. You can kind of see, okay, well, they were young, they were, that person may not have been for you. Yes, not saying you're just gonna make excuses, but you could see it like, oh, I could have just took myself out of the situation. So I can't put all of the blame on them. I was a willing participant,
The
right?
co-creator. You were the co-creator of this situation, this relationship that you have chosen. Like you have chosen this, you have entertained it, you have entertained the mess, the foolishness, for the foolishness. You actually joined the circus and you wanted to work there. You wanted to work with the
Right.
clowns. So guess
You
what?
wanted to
That's
work
why I
with the
be like,
clown.
it's Dumb and Dumber. If you really see it that way, to see the choice that you have, and if you can operate from non-attachment, to see things from overseeing it, like from a bird's eye view, then you won't take things personal. You won't feel so attacked when this person just is here to learn their own spiritual lessons here. That don't got nothing to do with me. But we be too
Right.
invested though. Like we be too invested into somebody
See,
else's existence
see,
and life.
Tara, that's, you know what? People might say that you're not loyal when you say that though. You might say that you're not the ride or die.
I'm not dying for you, baby. I am not. And that's what I'm saying. You should want me to live, Kay. What you want me to die for? You should want me to live.
Right. That's true. That's true. Because you see how like it starts to become really possessive and like, okay, that's actually selfish. You're asking a person to give it their all and beyond. Not even their all. You pretty much saying they gotta die. That's the only other way. You should want that person to live, you know? Not saying you shouldn't invest anything and just say forget everything, or not care about a person. I feel like you gotta invest to the point of, when I sit down with you and tell you that enough is enough, you better listen. You know what I'm saying?
And I feel, yes, and I feel like if you invest, so say if you're just investing more into yourself, it just leads you to actually help them in a proper way. Like you're more of an asset than a liability because you're actually investing into yourself. Your maturity level has increased. You're not really at a level of neediness and codependency. So it really benefits the partner, it benefits your friends, it benefits your family if you really invest into yourself.
Right. It always, yeah. You investing in yourself will always, steer you the right way. As long as you're not investing in yourself at the cost of other people.
And that's what I've learned, like knowing. this life is my life. It's really no rules to this life. And no one should feel offended if I choose to live my life a certain way. But we be
Right.
so attached to and so opinionated off of base how somebody else is living their life. Like it really got something to do to us.
Or like it's a personal attack, or like, you know what I'm saying?
But why
Girl.
we be taking everything so personally though?
Because when you're like attached. No, for real, when you're like really attached. But the thing is, when somebody's attached and another person isn't attached, but they may love them, but they're not attached, it comes off like they don't give a fuck. Right? It'll come off like they don't give a fuck. Or, you know, it'll come off like, you know, but it's just like you need to have a certain space about you because we're in two different bodies. So, like, naturally, we both have another aura. There's an aura there. There's an aura there. You have one. I have a shield. You know, sometimes we need some space to kind of recalibrate, and we're not joined at the hip, right?
Yes. And some people really have to fuck up on their own. Like you have to I feel like I'm just at this place of I can let people fuck up without me trying to control them, without me trying to be their mama or try to tell them what they should do. Follow your intuition. If that works for
Right.
you, if that's a lesson that you have to learn, but I can't prevent somebody lesson that they have to learn on this spiritual journey. Like that was
Right.
probably a
I may
spiritual
offer my
lesson.
opinion though. Like if I'm not just gonna let you just without saying anything, I'll definitely offer my opinion. I'll offer how I feel about it, you know?
Yeah. And what if like they don't even want to hear it though? Like what if I didn't ask you for your opinion? Like that's how do you but that's somebody you genuinely care about. What if they didn't ask for your opinion? They gonna do what they want to do.
Well, if I feel like it's not, I mean, I don't, it depends. I have to be able to look from it depends on like who that person is to me and like, cause like you could be not attached, but I want the best for a person. So if I just see you kind of going down the wrong, you know,
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a hard one right there, Terry.
Yo, and that's like how I feel about when people go back to a toxic relationship. They come to me and
Okay.
they say like they come to vent, and I tell them multiple times like your worth. Like, damn, you just don't see your worth, but you're staying
That's
in
true.
there. It's like, okay, I have to let you learn. Like, I love you so
That's
much,
true.
I gotta let you fall on your head.
That's true. Well, then if you do keep like repeating the same thing to them, then yeah, okay. I thought like you just say it one time and then like just say okay. No,
Yo,
no, no. Yeah, yeah. At that point, it's like the person has to come on their own. It's like you can bring someone halfway to the river, but you can't like you could keep like yanking their head by the water. Like, listen, gotta drink the water. I mean, the water is good, but but if they don't actually drink the water, then you know.
and that's what I feel like how everybody hurting their head by having casual sex. People out here really think casual sex
Oh my
is just
god, I
something you
can't.
can just do and you're not gonna get attached. Okay, they thinking you can just do it and it's fun. Like they thinking you can
No,
do it and you're not gonna make no babies.
I honestly just feel like for women, it just doesn't make it's not worth it because it's like what you're getting from what you're giving just don't make no sense based off of what you're using to do it, and what you're using is here,
Mm.
and you're willing to give that for this. What is I mean, what you getting for casual sex?
A feeling that lasts what 2 minutes?
Like, no, Like casual sex is just ew. It's just like I just don't see the point. You know what I mean? And even y'all got listen. That's gonna be hard though, cause men.
Can you play it back, Kay? Because there's more people in the room now. So like, can you tell us what you told men earlier?
Oh, what was I saying about men? Girl, you know I just kind of like go through. I just start
You
talking.
was just telling them
What was I
about
saying
the
about?
value that they have, how they shouldn't be so easy right now. Like,
Yeah, like man, so there was this prank video, right? There was a prank video about a girl, you know, it was a pretty girl, you know, she had a nice body and everything, and she was just pranking men in like a mall or something. She was like on an escalator, and so when she was going down and people were going up on the other side, she would like touch on their hand or whatever. So she touched on this one dude's hand, right? She was just touching on people's hand and saying like, hey. So the guy jumped over on the rail on her side and was just up on her like, where we going? What we doing? Like, sir, you don't know this girl from anywhere. You don't know where she come from. She could be a man, and you ready to take her to the car and bone her in the car. So it's like, why are you guys being so easy?
And because
exactly, all she had to do was be like, no, you know. And you guys don't think that that's a red flag.
People really have unprotected sex with strangers to me.
Yeah, because when you really think about it, it's because it's normal right now. But when you truly think about it in a timeless way, does it really make sense? You know what I mean? What are you getting out of it? If you gotta have sex with somebody to show, for a woman, it must be to be in competition or to like take him off the what is it? Take him off the floor.
Market?
Like you trying to take him, so you gotta take him off the, what am I saying? The floor. Take him off the market to like show something. It's like, okay, if you gotta do all of that using that precious thing, it's not the right person. I'm sorry, it's just too much. And you have to see that. You gotta be unimpressed. Like you have to look unimpressed.
You should not be so mesmerized off of eggplant, ladies, because you know I see how much of a baby daddy culture we're living in. Kay, today I ran into a dude that has 5 baby mamas. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you mean to tell me all 5 of these women signed up to be with one man? And I really feel like how you mentioned about competition. I don't know if women are just in competition with other women. That's why they like this type of person, or what it is. Because that's why women are starting to look like each other, is because of other women just competing with other women.
Right.
And it's just like we are
competing, and men. It has to be 2 things: competing and money. And what does that show you? Why are we okay? It looks like either competition or money or both, right? Because if he don't got money, it's usually woman that's just like, oh, I want him. He got, it's just like, it's just competition with other baby mamas or other women to feel because they're insecure, right?
Yes.
Or it's because he has a lot of money and she wants to be taken care of, or whatever the case is. So the thing is like, you see how men are kind of competitive also, and they're chasing money in a different way. You see how it's the same two in 2 different genders?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Competition or money.
And we selling our soul for some money, Kay? Is that how we moving? We selling our soul for some money?
Women have forgotten the true meaning of being feminine, because we're supposed to embody femininity more. Why are we embodying these other traits that shouldn't be leading us? You know what I mean?
Yes. Material possession that we just seek. And we think it's going to be like fulfillment. I guess that's going to make us feel whole again. But the only way to really fill up these empty holes that we have within I believe it's only self-love. We gonna keep trying to manipulate somebody to love us or to feel type of love until we really get intact with ourselves.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's always going to be looking internally first to really see what it is that we could give that's of value, or like in order to change the dynamic. I mean, I don't know who actually likes how it is right now. Only people that have kind of like lost their soul or just sucked up in the whole superficial
Yeah.
approach to everything
Oh yeah, they
actually
make
likes this. Like
girl.
they
They
actually
make
want to
it
keep it
so
this way.
they make it so easy to like choose yourself every single day. I'd be like, this is the best decision in the world to choose me, because it's just looking like what they got going on over there. It's a headache. It's chaotic. It's drama. Nobody knows what peace is. Like they don't even know how to handle peace. Like hold up, you too
Right.
quiet over there.
And there's people out there that'll like make you like will gaslight your decision and make you look like you're not being normal, like, or make you feel bad about what you about you withholding sex or you not wanting to participate in the foolery.
Come on.
Like make you look like or make you seem like, it's just the mind games for me. So you just really gotta be strong out here.
You
You just
do.
gotta really know yourself out here.
You do. And think for yourself. If you're not thinking for yourself, somebody else is thinking for you. Like a lot of this stuff is being normalized on social media.
Right.
And we're losing like humility. Like we're losing like our souls. Girl, the rapper that just passed away, like he is
Oh
all
yeah.
over Twitter, and somebody recorded him just laying on the floor. That's how sick it
Really?
is.
Wow. This girl.
I'm like, is everybody a savage? Just like how everybody's a narcissist? Is this what we doing?
We just taping people dead bodies at this point now. Just to
Yo,
sell it off.
just
Or just
just to get some clicks, just to get viral, a viral moment.
girl, that's what it comes down to. It's more like your digital appearance, your digital appearance or your digital presence is more important than humanity, I guess. Or
Yeah,
just being a decent human.
a decent human. And that's why I think the way the world is going, like just realistically, like we're in modern day. We're not going back to traditional. No traditional roles, no traditional households, no none of that. It's like this is a whole new paradigm that's being shifted, and we in a virtual reality right now. Like this is a prime example.
Pretty much. I feel like to each their own is whatever people's preferences are. I don't think it should really be a staple on what it is. It's kind of like, it just kind of comes down to your preference to not feel like they. I'm sorry, can I just make a disclaimer? I just don't want women to feel like it's okay to be a single mom out here and like you're striving to be that. I don't want to take this independentness to like a whole new. I personally don't like that. The whole taking the independent woman thing, like strong and like
Mm-hmm.
just give me a baby. That's all I need. I don't even need you around. It's like, no, you do need the other person. It's two people that created one child. Like, don't,
Yes.
you're a woman. No.
And it really takes a village too. It shouldn't even just be two people like guiding this child here. You need
Right.
multiple personalities, multiple adults like teaching them about this real life world, because that's what it is. Like this needs to be real life, not just their parents like brainwashing them or their parents just dumping their beliefs into them. Let them see the world for what it is.
Right. Yeah, let them see their world. Let them see the world, even though this world is so crazy. Um,
Now you see why I'm not having kids. Now
yeah.
you see.
No, it made me feel like, geez, like, let me think about it.
The way the world is going, Kay, I'm really just being realistic. Like, I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. But realistically, to be real, I have to protect my peace. And the best way I know
Right.
how is like solitude all the time and like choosing like my own mental health.
Well, they say we're going through an age of Aquarius, and let me tell you something about Aquarius energy is about to get real eccentric. It's about to get real. It's a change of traditions. It's modern. It's about being eccentric. It's about being completely far off, different from what the norm is. It's
Mm,
about tech advancement, thinking beyond like futuristic thinking.
mm,
But there's a balance, like every sign has something, or I don't even want to say every sign. Every energy has a opposing energy, or every energy, too much of it creates an imbalance. So
mm.
we're also with futuristic advancement, tech advancement, virtual everything, digital everything is just over here, and you can talk to a whole community of people. You can get it out there, because that's Aquarius. Like, it's like they get it out there. They have a whole big audience, right?
Mm.
But then you don't have there's no personal connection now. You lose that. It's all about the views. It's all about getting it out there, right? Everything is tech, digital,
Wow.
right? There's no person to person
Mm.
actual connecting. Family unit. It's about this, not about the masses and the internet and social media. You see
Mm.
how you see the issues with it though? Everything is about getting it out there. Social media, the broad aspects of everything, tech, digital, but you lose personal, one-to-one connections. You lose the family unit, you know. It's just you said 5 baby mamas. It's for the whole community. It's the whole community right now. You meet somebody offline, they become your baby mama in 2 months.
What be the rush? What be the rush?
Fake
Why
bodies.
are we jumping in the bedroom with strangers?
Fake bodies. Let me stop. Literally
Sex?
jumping. Remember the guy in the video? He jumped on the other side.
And that's just like the lack of value that one has within, or not even the awareness of their tempo, of what it's really is storing your energy. Like, sex transfer like information by this person. Like, you about to get all they DNA, all they trauma, all within you. And no wonder why everybody out here acting crazy, like people slashing tires. You got a demon inside of you.
Sarah, these guys don't look at they little dang-a-lang as something of value, because they feel like the more that they slang it, the more valuable they are, which don't make no sense, because everybody had a piece of you. No, seriously, that's a question that I want to I'm gonna, you know what, I'm gonna do a video. Do you guys truly value your body? Like, I want to know, men, do you value your body, or do you just see it as like, let's see how many bodies I can get on it? Like, let me devalue it at the highest possible rate.
So when how they know that they don't have any value, that's how they looking at these women that they are dicking down or they having sex with. They like, oh, she don't got no value because I don't even got no value in myself. If she let me do her like that, she don't love herself, and they get over on you this way.
Right. And that's the same people, that's the same woman that they don't even want a wife. So that's why I see where is it in it for us? Like, as a woman, that doesn't make sense. I think everybody can see that casual sex is not in it for women. You know what I'm saying?
No. And it's not
It's
in it
not,
for
it just,
me either. It's not
it
helping both
isn't.
parties. It's not helping none of us. Like,
Yeah. Because with men, let me say with men, like, okay, if you guys constantly engage in casual sex, okay, it's not a woman that you guys want to actually take seriously. It's just for sex. Then if she becomes your baby mama, you gonna be mad like, damn. Or then you stuck with her for life and she put you on child support. Then it's just like, okay, well, what was the point? Just for what, 5 minutes?
For 5 minutes. And then on top of that, though, like on top of the casual sex, damn, I forgot.
Someone said we connect through sex. We need that connection. Not necessarily. You can have intimacy without
Okay,
being physical.
okay, here, it came back. It came back. Listen, Kay. So that's what they saying. If they can't find no connection outside of sex, when you are old and gray, because men, y'all gonna get old and your dick gonna stop working. All right, you gonna have to expand your mind, brother. Because when they get old, okay, they dick stops working, and then
Who
women
gonna be with you
actually
then?
nobody don't want you.
They
You
definitely want you for your money now. That's what you've been working off of, your money
they
and how
have
many,
to
you know.
these old men have to take pills to even get them standing up.
Go ahead,
And
continue.
I'm like, y'all really think younger girls really want older men that has to take pills to even have sex? Like, that is ridiculous.
Before we even go that far, before we even get to old age, Tara. No, before we even get to old age, y'all already know the homie that's attractive is who the fuck you guys are actually gonna look at as a wife. That's who you guys are gonna perceive as the wife.
The
Someone you can
homie?
actually talk to. Okay, the girl that's the homie,
Yeah.
she's not gay or anything. She's just the homie,
Yeah.
right? She's attractive though. She's not out here just having sex, having casual sex, but the one
Yeah.
that you guys are having sex with, that you just having casual sex and it's not going anywhere. You don't actually really love her, because why haven't you cuffed her yet? Why haven't you actually taken the next step?
Mm.
You rather go tell the homie about what's going on with this situation because you feel comfortable enough to share that with the homie, because you don't have to worry about her acting crazy or her acting jealous or her acting any kind of way. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like we know what makes you fall in love with a woman is the time you spend with them.
Yes.
You know, the conversations you guys have. You can have very intimate conversations and you're like, damn, I never met nobody like her. You know what I mean?
Mm. Wow. I feel
What I
like you
think.
get more perks. You get more perks being the homie. I tell people straight up, please friend zone me. Please, I beg of you, put me and keep me in the friend zone. Because I see the different type of respect people will have for you because they don't have you bent over or on your knees. They got
Oh my
you
God.
face to
That's
face.
true.
They
They're
got you
right here.
face to
Yeah,
face.
that's true.
It's your equal. You not superior, buddy. We're equal.
And here's the thing, it's like the person that you smashing every week, you know what I'm saying? You can't just look at the fact that y'all are smashing, that she actually cares about you. The woman that's actually having these conversations with you, making, actually talking to you, meant like on a mental, you guys never smashed. You guys can develop a deep bond like that. You be like, dang, you would, if okay, if we did like a case study or an experiment of two women, he smashes one, right? He smashes one for like over a few months, and he just has deep, intimate conversations with the other one. Who is he gonna feel closer with? Who is he
His
gonna trust more?
the therapist, the one that's
And I'm
acting
talking
like the
about
therapist.
he having great sex with the other one. Maybe she a stripper, or she really know how to put it down on him, right?
Mm.
Is he gonna trust her though? Is he gonna go to her for like an opinion or some kind of advice about something? Like, who
Just
is he truly gonna care about?
okay. This is the mind fuck right here. Just because they have sex with you, don't mean they respect you or they love you. Once you,
Having sex is for having kids. If it's
mm,
not someone you're really trying to procreate with, it just don't make what you having sex for.
if you need pleasure that bad, I would suggest go to the gym. I would suggest like doing something fun, like try watching a comedy, try hanging out with loved ones. Like laughing is like a form of pleasure, is ecstasy. Like we gotta expand our mind, Kay. Like I can drop a list of what you can find pleasure in doing outside of sex.
Right. No, seriously. Or I mean, if if you gotta do what you gotta do what you gotta do. But don't get mad if the girl that you trying to take on a date or the girl that you did take on a date don't want to smash you in 2 days. You can't get mad at that. Take the girl on a date that would have sex with you unprotected the first day. But no, y'all don't really want that. Like you don't actually. It's just you don't actually want that. So if we already know that, you can't get mad at the girl that respects herself.
Yeah, and that should just be your mirror to respect yourself. When you see somebody respecting themselves, that is your mirror back. Like, oh shit, I need to respect myself.
Let me respect myself,
Like,
right?
why am I not putting myself at a higher standard like that? Like,
Or
she's
what am
not
I
giving
doing?
herself.
What am I doing? Let me actually vet out what I want. Do I want a wife? Do I want a wifey type, or do I want someone that is giving it up? You know what I'm saying? Like actually vet out what you want long term. Are you just looking for a casual buddy? Do you need to say that the first day? Listen, I'm looking for a casual buddy. I'm not looking for no games, and it's okay. Like I actually am reasonable. I don't mind guys that actually say that up front. Like, okay, I'm either with it or I'm not with it. And but
Yes.
just be upfront with that. Don't get
Okay, what
mad.
if we started saying like upfront, like, yes, I have trauma, I am codependent, I am needy, I need you to like show me love because I don't know what love is outside. Like, what if we just come up straight and tell like our neediness and our needs for a person, like straight up? Like, why do we try to like keep this hidden?
Cause it tries to draw you in. That's you see that's another flag of like you kind of trying to play games. You're trying to catch, without like without them knowing what you're doing. Like what are you doing? Like just say what you
Manipulation.
want.
The
That means you're
manip.
not having, what that means? You're insecure about what it is you do want.
Mm.
Cause there's
Mm.
guys out here that'll just tell you, even though it might be fucked up, they will just tell you. And at least they have the self-confidence to just say it out there like that.
Yes.
They're gonna catch exactly what they want though without issues. Because they just said what they wanted.
Yo, okay, I've noticed like everybody's manipulating each other. Women are manipulating men to try to get a ring, to try to get married so he can play this husband role in her life. And men, they can just manipulate women just so they can just have sex with her. Like over and over again. It's easy and she has access. So I can manipulate her easily if she's not secure. But everyone wants you just to play a role in their life. And I wish we could be straight up front about the roles we want people to play in our lives.
Right. Like just be straight up and honest about it. And even if you did get played or somebody played with your mind and made you feel like this, or you kept playing a role, or like you had this idea of the person and you kind of fell in love with a fantasy or whatever. Once you start to realize, what you did, take your power back. Once you start to be aware, you start to take your power back. And like, oh shit, I created this whole perception. This nigga ain't even real. Damn, I'm powerful. Damn, I'm not weak. Don't look at yourself like, oh, I was weak. And then you start sulking and you start going into depression because of the hurt. Be like, damn, I created my own reality. I created this own bad situation based
Wow,
on the
takes
idea that I created.
that takes hella accountability to not
It's
be
a
the
lot.
victim. Because being the victim is so easy. Like
It is.
blaming him for the manipulating him, blaming him or blaming her for being a narcissist. They love throwing that word out,
Right. But
but
what we don't realize is it keeps this downing energy of yourself. Even though it feels easy to not take accountability because you're not able to look in yourself and actually look at yourself. So you're really in sorrow. Even if you're doing it to be narcissistic, or you're doing it for to stay weak, you know, to be like, oh, but it wasn't my fault because I did this and I was so nice and I was, you know, at some point, yeah, you were nice, but you were nice to an idea you created.
And that is all it ever is, especially with romance. Like, romance is the biggest idea that we're creating out of this illusion. And I guess we're chasing a fantasy. I think Disney got us like really in a chokehold with it. So now we automatically, when we see the opposite sex, we like put them in a category, we put them in a box, and then we see if it's a future or if it's a partner. Like, we don't even see the person for their soul. Like, we can never connect on an intimate level because we're not even present with each other. We're looking at the future.
Right. We just looking at the listen. Not even future. You just looking at possibilities. You don't know what the future is.
Damn, that's a
It's
banger
just because it's
too.
infinite possibilities. So you're just looking at. You're not looking at you can, and that's kind of shows you power, guys. Like, you can create whatever you want in your head about something because you don't know the situation. You don't know it yet. So that's why, like, when you first meet somebody, you don't have enough information yet. So you can literally create a whole reality about a person. You can create what you want to see. And then you can start living in that every day, what you want to see. So then you start to get attached to what you wanted to see. And you just get more deep into that. And then you know, next thing you know, you turn into Boo Boo the Fool because maybe you got pregnant by somebody that was an asshole, or some girl, you know, something. You know, you gotta really see what it. First of all, before you even just observe and see what it is, you can't just observe and see what it is. No, you have to before anybody even comes in your presence. I know who I am. What do I want? Talk to yourself. Be like, okay, what do I want out of a? Okay, now that I know myself, I know what I like. I know my hobbies. I know how to make myself. I know how to feel loved. I know the things that make me feel seen. Right to
Yes.
myself. Then you start working your way externally. Now that I've established that to the fullest, and that comes before anything, right? Let me start going out here. Now I know what to observe based on what I already like.
Mm.
So if I observe something different, yeah, I don't like that. I'm sorry, no. So when someone show you something, you're not like, oh, well, he seems nice, or like, you know, you kind of get soft, and that's how women get fucked up, because like you haven't known yourself yet to know what you do like. Whether a
Mm.
man's being nice or not, it don't matter, because it's not what you want. A man could be so, listen, I've seen guys out here that are so nice, or women that are so nice, evil. Okay, nice, make you feel like, you know, it's your choice, and like show you this, make it seem like, I mean, the Tinder swindler was nice
Right.
until he got you wrapped up. You have to know, okay, do I actually like this? Do I like what you're doing right now? It's not really, you know, I know what I want. Sorry. And you could say it nice to him, like, sorry, it's not really in the direction where I see myself. Thanks.
Mm.
And be respectful the whole way.
Yo,
Thanks.
once you know yourself, you can cut the situation off instantly. Like, I would
Right.
know after like the first interaction I meet somebody, is this a go or is this a no? Like, I don't know, but we like to prolong shit. Like, we like to
Right.
keep shit going because we lonely or we bored or we see potential in the person. We just dodge the red flags. We ignore it because we have an idea. We don't even see the person for who they are. If we start seeing them for like a person that is emotionally immature, that is not mentally there, that can't control their emotions, why are we still entertaining them? Why are we sleeping with them every night if they can't even handle the punani? Like,
Attachment. It's just attachment. It's just feeling lonely. Which everybody has felt lonely. Like I get it.
What does
But once you
loneliness
start really
feel
going,
like though? How?
dang, Tara, you know when you think about it, dang, yo, when you only know loneliness when you've been used to a body, or when you're just used to whatever you don't know, you don't know. But because we have access to so many things that we can look at, that's why social media is causing people to commit suicide, because they see in something and they
Mm.
feel like they need. But if you never even seen it, how the fuck would you? If you're with yourself all the time, you never even knew what another soul felt like being around you in that capacity. How the hell are you
Mm.
lonely? How would you be lonely? So it's a lot of like therapy and like really getting to know yourself is a lot of unlearning everything.
We only have one brain and we are in like this body. So we're not connected with our body. Of course, we're gonna feel like it's an illusion that we all like we are empty or we need some type of completeness because we're not connected with the home of our heart. Like anywhere you go, you should feel at home because you are with yourself. You should never
Yes.
feel lonely when you are with yourself.
Because I mean, are we all just here to be alone? I mean, you came here by yourself. You gonna leave by
That's
yourself.
how we
So
gonna
might as
exit.
well, set up shop with yourself.
You better
Set up
enjoy
shop.
this motherfucker with your damn self. Like we are running away from ourselves. We are not enjoying like our own mind and our own thoughts.
People be like, yeah. You kind of say that, but when you really start to enjoy yourself, like you actually really start to enjoy yourself, your life after that just gets better. When you're around, everything is gonna be a plus after that.
Oh my
It's
god.
it's like the gift or the beauty of plus, the beauty
Mm.
of an addition. So
Mm.
why not? Why come from lack when you can come from an addition? You know what I'm saying?
Come on,
Like they
abundance.
like once you've known something lower, we already know this. Once you've known something lower and become content with that, anything at a better level or at a more abundance level feels even bigger.
Mm.
We
Mm.
know that already. If you came from a place where you was always rich, you always had money then doesn't seem that serious to you no more because it's a norm, you know? So if you lose everything, you're like, what the hell? How are people living like this? Once you first feel it, right?
Yeah.
But people that have been living like this is like, what you talking about? This is whatever. So once they do get above so like there's actually power in not having,
Mm.
because once you can get used to that, it's like going to the gym. Once you can get used to your body constantly, like your body starts to realize, damn, like every day we going through this. So your muscles are like, all right,
Mm.
listen up. Every day she fucking us up. So we got to get used to this shit. So they start to develop themselves to where I'm so used to getting torn up every day. Just walking down the street is nothing to me. Walking down the street is like, what? We ready for what? Like we're ready for anything. So,
Wow.
it's the same thing when you don't have money, or like you're coming from a place of like being okay with being at a lower level or at a lower level in anything or not having, and you've developed homeostasis in that.
Mm. Ooh.
You got you have that wiggle room, you have that range now where like up here, like, okay, I came from here and I developed this and I actually felt love and content with myself because this does not determine me. This is my
Mm.
situation. But
Mm.
because I'm internally living in abundance already, like someone that has, something like a better situation than me, it's just gonna get even better.
Mm.
You
Wow.
know?
Wow.
Like whenever you're trying to get back value in your, okay, for example, look at the world. Like when the price of things are inflated, right? That means that it takes $3 to see the value of $1, right?
Mm.
It's taking more money now just to get something that was less money.
Mm.
Okay. what has to happen for you to go back to where there's more value in a dollar? A recession needs to take place. So think about a recession in yourself is you getting knocked down by obstacles or hitting rock bottom. If it's a huge inflation and it's something that universe needs you to see, you get hit like a recession on your own life. And
Yeah.
what that's doing is I need to truly see what a dollar in me means. I need to truly see what my arm can do. I need
Mm,
to truly see if I put my mind to something, what can actually come of
mm.
it. I need to slow down. I need to truly see the value in everything that I can really do. I need to, it's like a recession of shit gotta close up. All right, we gotta really see what am I missing here? There's a value that I'm not seeing where I don't have to do too much. What am I not seeing?
Wow.
Right?
It's so much power in unlearning what the masses has dumped onto us.
Right. But once you unlearn, you see the knowledge in everything. This shit is crazy. Like once you start unlearning to square one,
When you the
you start
student,
seeing the same energies in
yes,
everything. Like it just shows itself in a different way.
yes. Actually being the student out here and learning this life correctly and seeing it for what it is. But that's just so powerful to me to know your power outside of what the ego is so driven by, and like these labels and these titles, and they want you to define yourself and they want you to be attached to material possessions to really to show you who you are. And that's why people are feeling like they are not valuable based off of what somebody else has, or the way society has programmed us to believe, okay, that love is outside of ourselves.
It's
So that's
perceived value though. It's perceived value though, because everything is perceived value. So even the physical, we have to surpass the physicality, like the value in something physical, because we can see it now that everything is a perceived value, right?
mm,
You just meeting someone, you can create an entire reality out of the idea of what you perceived of a person without even knowing them yet. You can create a whole reality off of that.
manifest that. Manifest it for your life.
You can create what somebody, shows to you or what they want you to see from that. But how do you that? But you're going to see a whole bunch of, you know, people playing on a perception of something, or them coming at something. But the only way you can stir yourself in this is what? Knowing yourself, knowing what it is you want, knowing what defines you. So no matter what situation, you know how to stir yourself. Like you know yourself.
That's the power move right there.
So no one else's value should be more valuable than yourself. I don't care who it is. Because the
Nobody
more
should be
you're
more.
unimpressed,
Mhm.
the more a person looks at you like something she had that I don't know. Like when you really think about it, say you go on a date with a guy. Say you just be so unimpressed. You're not
Yeah.
mean. You're not like rude or nothing or like talking shit. You're just like they're like, yeah, so I got this, I got that. He got like 10 chains on, fucking bought the whole table, all of that. And you're like, okay, this is
Obnoxious.
cool. I'm enjoying myself. This is nice. Yeah. Then he's like, all right, I expect to take you home. The fuck I look like? What?
It do.
Like, we don't have to be. Like, this is a nice gesture. You didn't force him to take you there. You didn't
Yeah.
you weren't entitled to where like you're saying you gotta do this and this and this. It's just like, I think this is a nice gesture. I think you're doing very well for yourself. This is cool, but that don't mean that you just gonna skedazzle in me. Like, what? Who?
I'm telling you, you gotta be unimpressed with life and its like with everything. Like, come on, unbothered too. Your feelings should not be easily swayed out here. Like nobody should like have to have the access to like poke a button and hit a nerve. Nobody should
Right.
have that power over you like that. All they gotta do is say a few words and you gonna take it personal like that, or you willing to just drop it low just because off of some words?
No. That's true though. Like girls are chopping it over some words. Or it's something that they created about it. Somebody
Or
said good shelter and water, everything else is in your head. Everything else is in your head, or it's society that's placing this on us. Which is what? Perceived fucking value.
wow.
The
Yo,
damn Range Rover and the Maybach don't actually have the value that it's being priced at. It's because of what we perceive it to be. Oh, they must got this. They must have that. You
right.
know, so we can
We
kind of create that.
we do just by just by the material possession. Oh, so this is a good question. I just wanted to share with you and get your feedback. Someone says, I feel like I'm parenting my husband. Like IDK how this man did anything himself. Any advice?
Wait, say that again. I can't see that one.
I know it's all the way up, but it was just such a good question. Like I just remembered it.
Mm-hmm.
Jen says, I feel like I'm parenting my husband. Like, I don't know how this man did anything himself. Any advice?
Dang.
Not the dang!
It's hard. It's like it shouldn't feel like you're parenting anybody. You know, there comes to a point where, you know, you have to express that to your partner. Like, listen, I feel like I'm literally, you know, it has to be expressed. And I feel like they should love you enough to see that or to want to change that. You know what I'm saying? It's just come with a conversation. Like y'all have to have, and then from whatever they say from that conversation, whatever feedback that they give you, that should let you know what it is to me. Like,
Yes. Okay. I'm about to keep it so 3,000 because women, we are leaders. Like we do mother a lot of people. So most of the time we do end up mothering men. We do unconsciously and unaware because we are just givers. Like we just want to give to make them satisfied and we want to give to make them happy and we want to give just to give and thinking that's going to earn us cool points in heaven is just to self-sacrifice ourselves all the time. But most of the time, if you are married, a lot of men never really been single before, so they can never truly like lead if they end up leaving mama's house and they move in with the wife, so they
that's
automatically
true.
gonna like jump to thinking like you gotta do chores and you gotta clean and you gotta
Like a
cook because
mother.
mama did it. Mama didn't
Mm.
build him self sufficient to live on his own. He jumped right in and lived with you.
Oh my God.
So chores is not a gender role. Both
No.
humans should be doing chores. Both humans, if they see a toilet roll is empty, they should put it on the toilet. Like this is
Yeah, that's
common
crazy
sense
to me.
here. You know
That's
why?
crazy to me.
Why are
That's
we not
crazy.
having common sense that if you mess up the kitchen or you mess up dishes, clean up. Nobody is gonna
Right.
clean up after you.
Right. That should just be a common thing that you do. If you do need help, you ask your partner, "Hey, do you mind washing dishes for me because I have to leave." You know, whatever the case is, but it shouldn't be like set in stone. These are your chores. You have the chores.
And that's a marriage. Like this gonna turn into a roommate situation when we haven't established what living together looks like. And I think a new thing like with marriage, you really got to do what works for you. If i was if if i ever was to be married, which I'm never gonna get married, but I think it is best to live in separate homes. Like I'll have my own home and you
I was
have your
just
own home.
I was
Because
just saying I need my own room or my own bathroom because there's certain things that I'm just really nitpicky about, especially the bathroom.
I'm
You
saying,
you would probably want me to have my own bathroom because the things that I'm a nitpick about, I'm just gonna be annoying. I'm gonna just tell you that now, so it's probably better. if I just have another space.
Yes, but we are individuals. Like, you should have your own room. You should have your own bed. Like, why at our big age,
Your
why
own
do we need
bed.
to share a bed? Like, we should want to, because some people sleep differently. Like, what if you snore and I don't? Like, and then you gonna be
Oh, I can't deal
miserable.
with snoring. Yeah, we have to get that out beforehand because I can't deal with like uncontrollable snore where I cannot get any sleep at all. We
Okay.
need other rooms
This
or
will
something.
save marriages though, when people sit down and be like, okay, we don't have to do what everybody's doing. Like, what if living together doesn't fit us? Like, what if sleeping in the same bed doesn't work for us? Like, what if sharing the same bathroom doesn't work for us? Like,
Yeah, that's true. I think there needs to be like a whole conference meeting before. Like there needs to be conference meetings before actual marriage or whatever if you're gonna move in with the person. But yeah, that needs to be talked about so we know what's up before we just kind of jump into something.
yes. And that's what I just want to like remind people. Marriage is not for everyone, but everybody seems to have it as a goal in life, and everybody is rushing to the altar, but not understanding what marriage is truly about. It is about growth. It's not
Or
about,
they
okay,
rush into the labor. They rush into the labor table more than anything.
no, okay.
Quicker than the quicker than the altar.
Yo, listen, they out here. Okay, they rushing for anything in life, but like really, when I notice people, like they like, okay, we get married, and then it's like that's it. Like they're not thinking about, okay, the only goal was to secure the ring or secure the wedding, and then not understanding like I gotta live with this motherfucker forever. Like, why did I rush? Why did I
Oh my
rush? I
god.
gotta be with this same motherfucker for the rest of my entire life? That's dramatic as hell.
He's stupid. No, but some people like I don't know. You think everybody gets tired of the person like that, or like some people maybe they have more similarities. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That can live
yes.
for long periods of time together.
See, I know, yes. And it really does depend on what you can tolerate in a person, and your level of patience. Like, you really have to have patience. I got this much K. I don't got I'm gonna be out. Try me. I'm gonna be out. I don't have no patience. I have it with myself, but that's gonna help me develop more patience with people. But the only way is if I go like inward, if I spend time with myself. So I gotta spend majority of my time with myself and then interact with people
And then
like
interact, yeah.
on a little on a I really don't want to see nobody every single day. I don't need to talk to somebody
Tara, you
every
are so
single day.
cutthroat. Like you're so cutthroat. But you know what it is? You're cutthroat. You're not cutthroat, but you're distant. You create a distance enough to where it keeps you okay, I see you now. Like it keeps it in a where like, okay, see, our relationship is actually always good because we give ourselves that time to kind of have some separateness. When we come back, we have the energy. I don't
Yo,
talk to you every day, but when I do talk to you, it's like we talking and it's always a great talk, you know?
yes. Yes, people don't know how to just go with the flow and just be present with one another. Like, I don't have to ask you, Kay, what is our relationship? I don't have to ask you, like, are we good? Because I know, like, we are solid. It's no wishy
Right.
washy. So, like, when you are secure within yourself, you're going to be secure with all relationships. Just like that, even if you don't got to talk to them every single day, like, you can still be with
Right.
them in spirit.
I'm starting to not believe that this whole sapiosexual thing is a whole sapiosexual thing. I think everyone has to connect with the mind. That's just how I feel.
I'm telling you, it has to. You have to make love to my brain in order to even like get me to even get excited to be around you. So,
Right.
okay, somebody asks, does any of these ladies have kids? And somebody said, I hope not. I hope they don't have kids.
Why is that? Why not?
Cause you know what they think about single women, what they think about women with kids for real. That's why I be like, y'all do
Oh my
not
God.
value women with kids, but then get mad at me because I don't want to have your kids. What's up with that?
That's the thing. It's like we get so pressured, but then the minute we have them and we start to actually start talking about self love and stuff like that, it's an issue. Can't talk about them type of stuff because look at you. But then you guys pressure, you know what, let me just stop because now I sound like I'm just gaslighting or like blaming you. But you know what? I should blame my damn self. You see how that switches up? But do you see because the women are so hurt about that? And it's like, how could you say that when y'all be pressuring us and da 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 da? And it's like, you know what? I'm going to save it. I did it to myself.
I
And
did
then
it
when
to
we start
myself.
saying it now, like, you know, for women that don't have kids, like, hey, these are the signs. Hey, here are the red flags. Hey, get to know yourself first. Hey, don't let anybody pressure you to have kids before you're ready. Hey,
Mm.
then it's still a problem. So which one is it?
You can't win. You cannot win. And it's just best to live life on your own terms. You're not going to understand like a lot of people because they want to control you in some way, shape, or form, and they think that you deserve to be fit in a box. Break that box. Break that box. This is why men should have more than one. And they said this is why men should have more than one woman. What do you think about that comment, Kay?
What? What do you mean? That's why men should have more than one woman. Why?
They can't
I
even
have to
hand.
say
They can't
why.
even handle their own brain, let alone two
See
brains.
why, like this whole like okay, here's a woman and here's what she's saying and I need another one and I need another one, like that whole thought process of how you even got to that point to say and I don't really like everything that she's saying and I need another one. Oh, I'm holding on though, but I need another one too. No, I'm not for you. You find somebody else that's for you. Like this whole like, okay, get rid of what's not working for you, then you go find another one first that you can fully, not, I need another one to satisfy me here. I need another one here.
That's what I'm saying. These dudes want to be like Nick Cannon, but without the money.
I cannot. I don't
They want
even
to be like
listen.
Nick Cannon, but without the money. What do you
I
think
don't
about the
condone. I don't condone what Nick Cannon's doing, but go ahead.
talk about it, Kay? Because this is one of the topics too. So we're gonna close
I
out.
just don't. I just don't condone it. Cause I listened to one of his interviews and the thought process just don't make no sense. I don't know. It's just
You
I
said
just
the
don't get it.
thought process don't make no sense.
Yeah,
What
like
is
for me, it has to be more than money. Like it can't just be money because it just don't. I mean, I don't. There's time. You're only human. You got all these kids scattered around in different states. So already, like you can't just go from your point of view. You gotta go from the kids' point of view. You gotta go from everybody's point of view. If you got 10 kids, if one kid over here in this state wants you to be there for something, and then what if they want one-on-one time with you? How are you going to split up your time? And if you got multiple businesses going on, you got to be here and here. It's just like, it's just too
why?
much. It's just too much to separate yourself.
Why do you think 10 women signed up for that? Or 8, I'm sorry. I don't even know how many. Goddamn. But it's on 2 hands now though. Why are they all on that frequency?
They probably gave up or something when it came to relationships in a certain way. So where it's like, well, he got the money and hey, he's fun and he's funny or whatever. I really think it's something like that. He makes me
Wow.
feel good and he's funny and he got the money, so whatever. It is what it is. To me, it's a give up in a certain way. So that's just how I feel.
Settling.
Because if it's truly what he's trying to say it is, it's a family and what. Why aren't all y'all in the same states? Why isn't like, how come we don't see all the women hanging out with each other with all the kids and everybody is just conjoined together? Like, come on, like, let's really be real here. It doesn't
Where
make
the
sense.
sister wives? Are y'all like, where the sister wives?
They not sister wives. There was an interview where he's like, where the lady was like, okay, so like, do they talk to each other? Like, they prefer not to. I'm like, what the hell is this? So what's in it for them?
Money.
What's in it for them
That's
and the kids? I don't get it.
And most people are selling their soul for some money. I'm like, we only have one soul here, and we're just wavering. We are sponsoring it away. We're prostituting it away just for a check.
Someone says it's his way of getting back at Hollywood with kids. I'm confused. All women can't coexist with each other.
Oh, I can't see those comments.
I don't know. I'm confused. I don't know. I guess I'm not seeing all the comments then, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe we don't see all of our comments with each other.
Right, maybe. Because I
that
see.
Sucks.
No, but maybe I haven't seen that one. So do you see this new one by Corny Smith? It's the same reason why. You don't see that one?
No, I think I only see my own comments.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Wow, that's cool as hell.
Yeah.
Okay, so somebody says it's the same reason why so many people date another person's spouse.
Wait, what?
That's what Corny Smith says. I'm trying to put that into aspect too.
Wait, you said if someone dates another person's spouse, what?
He said it's the same reason why so many people date another person's spouse. So I guess he's just admitting that everyone is sharing each other. Everyone is really lacking sexual discipline. It's not cheating. I like to call it lacking sexual discipline because you're not cheating on me. You betraying yourself. You betraying your own body. But we take it personal, okay? Like, oh, this person is a sex addict, addict, and he having sex with everybody. But what that got to do with you?
Right.
I mean, yes, you might catch something, but you shouldn't be having sex with a sex addict if you know they're addicted to sex.
Right. That's true. You really shouldn't. I mean, you have to really just you have to like, you have to mix and mingle with who you feel like is on your, doing what it is you want to do. So if you know somebody is a sex addict, you shouldn't be having sex with them. If you don't feel like you're a sex addict, so just do whatever it is that you actually want to mix with.
Okay, right, Kay.
What?
That is true. I'm sorry. It's another comment that I love so much.
What?
It says, Real Life Coach says, these women are telling you how to die with 6 cats. How to die alone. And this is projection, Kay. This is projection 101. Most men are afraid of dying alone. So they try to tell women that's what we gonna do. If we have standards, if we enjoy our own space and we enjoy our own life, we have to be laid up with somebody Fufu and Ray Ray and Pookie to actually not die alone.
Here's my thing. I just don't understand. Like, we can see where that has gotten some of these women. Like, there's actual proof. If we did a case study, there's actual proof here that it's gotten Patricia with 5 baby daddies, not having her standards and listening to everybody anybody that come around that feeds something in her head. So
Mm.
you see where too much femininity can lead you. It can lead you down a rabbit hole with just opening your legs for anybody and believing in him, and just, hopefully you can
Yes.
believe in the right person. Maybe you got lucky. But I'm just saying, if you're trying to ward off or you're trying to protect yourself, you need to, all we're saying is like, you got to go through something. You can't just have no gates to your castle. You have
Mm-hmm.
to have gates to the castle. We're not saying that there's no door. There isn't an intercom where the person can introduce themselves. We just saying like it shouldn't be so easy. If you
Mm-hmm.
want to have certain people at the party got to be exclusive. Only certain people are getting invited to the party. It's not a block party on the side of the street where everybody coming through popping in.
Yep. Come on, this VIP status over here. This ain't
That's
for
all we're saying.
everybody. This
We're
ain't
not
for the
saying no
masses.
men, no, I don't want anybody. We're saying no. You need to actually go through. You need to have steps where you you know what I'm saying? Like you can't just be walking through here like it's nothing. Because it's shown that it has gotten women nowhere to do that.
Yes. And one more comment I'm gonna read. Jack Rock Jesse said, "Is celibacy wrong?" That's that's my jam, celibacy, because because how the comment before here talking about I'll take it. I'll die alone with six cats. It's okay if you don't have somebody sleeping in your bed every night. Like that's the only thing I feel like I am different or set apart is because I just don't have nobody sleeping in my bed every night. And when you don't have a demon sleeping in your bed every night, your mind is clear, your judgment is not clouded, you're actually in tune with your own body, you're in tune with yourself, and you're not easily distracted. So let's keep it real. It's not no need to be on demon time when mostly everybody is not willing to even confront their own demons. So they're gonna just transmute you their demons unconsciously because they haven't even taken time to heal.
If you haven't, it's just coming out of this. It's very simple. If you haven't found someone you're truly happy with, that's truly, you know, on the same type of time that you're on, truthfully, then you don't need to settle down with them. That's just how I feel. You don't need to be having them in your bed. You don't need to be having them casual sex
Yeah.
with you. It's just long term. It don't make no sense. It's like, where are we going? Where are we headed? What's actually happening? This is all just for pleasure for right now. And then if something happens because you're doing a pleasure act that has long-term consequences.
Mm.
So why are you not
Woo.
looking at it from a long-term point of view? It doesn't make sense.
Yo,
We're looking at things like just a right here, right now, casual, unprotected sex when it literally has long-term effects.
it can change your life. It can shift your whole world upside down if you do it with a demon. If you do it with someone who is toxic. If you do it with someone that has some savage qualities inside of them. Yes, you can get an STD, you can get a baby, and you can get a soul tie. Get 3 for 1. 3 for 1 special. Fuck around if you want to. But it's
Just for
just
pleasure. That kind of shows you like, dang, like if it's literally all for pleasure, it's like it should make you think like, dang, like there's got to be another way. Like that already makes me think like, dang, I'm getting one thing out of this, and I'm giving like I'm risking three things that I do not want. That's long term. Yeah, we gotta find another way. It's kind of like you working at a job that's outside and you in the hot fucking sun and you're just like, damn, I'm risking sun damage. I'm risking just being out here 12 hours or 8 hours or whatever. I'm risking I get here. There's gotta be another way. Just
mm.
make you think like
It has to be. And you start getting creative when you have your sexual energy. You start thinking of ideas. You start thinking of ways to make money, to make things happen. You have your life force intact. I don't think people are aware that we giving our life force to strangers. Like, no wonder why you feel empty. No wonder why you don't got no energy. No wonder why you feel clumsy. You don't have
Right.
your life force.
And here's when the soul tie starts happening, because you start, now you're connected with this person. Now you're getting mad at that person for kind of not helping you with these thoughts that you're having. They're not helping you find solutions to this. And then you start blaming them. Or you start blaming, like, I'm doing all of this and this person can't even do this for me. Right?
And are they? What are they supposed to do? Like, what you gotta really say this, because nobody's obligated to make you feel any type of way about yourself. That's not nobody's
Right.
job to make you happy.
And technically, they got a point when you really look at it. And then they're going to seem as though they're the bad person, because they're like, I ain't tell you that I was going to do all of that. Like, why are you getting mad at me for? Then you seem crazy. Then, the guy's like, man, this girl crazy. Because
Yo.
you go on with expectations. Forget expectations. Explain
Yeah.
exactly what you want and do not be scared of losing. That goes for women and men. For
Mhm.
women, don't be scared of being lonely. For men, don't be scared of losing a little piece of pussy now.
Mm.
Don't tell me you scared of that.
Wow. And right, don't be scared of yourself either as a man, because that's what most men don't have any worthiness inside of themselves, because they scared to be alone. They scared to not have the confidence to really walk out this world and not be defined by how much women they can get or how much money they have. They don't know themselves outside of those.
Right. Which is crazy, because if that's how we're perceiving ourselves, that's the thing. Whatever a person, like when you first meet a person, whatever they're trying to always trying to like push on you, that's what they feel like their highest value is. So it's
Mm.
very important to be very observant when you're first meeting a person, or when you're spending time with them in the first couple times that you're spending time with them. Especially for my woman, do more observing and more taking in. Use your feminine energy. Do more observing and taking in. Let the man tell you what it is that what are they? They're explaining to you who they are. Okay?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not for you to go down a rabbit hole of the idea that they're creating and get sucked all up in it. This is just you observing, and you may get, you give feedback on what you like.
Mm. Wow. Listen, just listen. They will reveal everything. I met a baby daddy today, only knew him for 2 minutes, and he told me his whole life. He told me his whole life that he has 6 kids with 5 different women. And I was just like, if you just listen, you can tell about the character of the person and the spirit that they have. I don't think I can hear you. I can't. Oh, I can hear you now.
Okay, we're back. Somebody was calling me. I couldn't hear you.
Oh yeah, girl, we've been on here for a minute. I know they like, what is you? This has been so much fun.
It's Yes, it's been fun. We did. We should do like a question answer thing where we're like kind of like I can't believe somebody really said these women are setting you up to be lonely with 6 cats or whatever, 60 cats.
Girl, they be saying some funny stuff on TikTok. Like, they be saying, "Oh, my girl said I love this conversation. Thank you, sis." Like, that is
Aw,
that is
thank
some
you.
great feedback that is so honest and that's so necessary, because we're just really going off of the spirit, and like being able to have this type of interaction means so much.
And you see, the thing is, we're not just talking to like one gender. It's like this is gonna help both men and women. Men, have some more self-worth. Don't just be slanging it everywhere, okay?
Yes.
Women, have some standards so we don't have to go through pain, suffering, things that we don't actually want to just get it thrown back at us. Okay?
Yes, we are worthy of so much. We can't let casual sex have us in this chokehold, get the best out of us. It's going to continue to have battle of the sexes. Everybody keep blaming each other because no one's taking accountability. No one is
Right.
understanding how sex is playing with our psyche. It's making people look at people less than, or look at people like they're superior or over somebody just because of sex. If we can get back
Like
to this
if it's not a
friendship,
person you're trying to have kids with, why are you having sex? To try to see something?
girl, because they think that's the only way to feel pleasure. They think that's the only way to feel pleasure is by this interaction, this physical interaction with somebody that they don't even know.
I think it's just curiosity.
It is. And we are all kids for real.
Sarah. So you did that in your auntie voice, like, and we all kids for real.
Over here, because that's what it is. Like, we're chasing a fix. Like, we're chasing curiosity. As a kid, we would be curious and be childlike and have this childlike faith. And that's the only time. And I think we having sex like so rapid fire is because like we know we're not supposed to really be doing this with all these type of people, and we like the
Mm-hmm.
thrill of it as well.
It's a thrill thing, yeah. But we're not teenagers anymore. It's okay. This is the healing therapy. It's the healing therapy. Now you know who you are.
Yes.
Take some time to know what you like. Take some time to know your energy. Know what you want. You don't need to just throw it at anybody. There's no reason. No. I know it can make me happy.
I want to just let the brothers know to end this, like it is so attractive when a man knows who they are. It's attractive for women to know who they are as well, like outside of sex. When somebody, a soul that can make themselves happy without this egotistical thing that we are chasing, to really define themselves outside of these titles and be confident in their authentic self and have no shame in it. That is the new attraction right now. I know we still acting on our lower nature. That's going to get rid. Like, we're shifting a whole new paradigm here. So y'all better get with it or get left. That's all I'm
Get
saying.
with it. Where I'm down with the feminism
Mm.
movement, not the feminist,
Mm. Mm.
not the strong, hard, independent woman. The feminism.
Yeah. So what does feminism mean? Because they confused.
Feminist, huh? You're
They,
confused with
they no
feminist and
no they be
feminism?
no they be yeah they be confused and acting like it's a bad thing that if we empower other women.
No, we need to sit back and realize that. So, see, us talking about like regaining our value and realizing that like the value of what we have biologically is of
Yeah.
importance, falling into that and realizing that and let that lead us, not let
Yeah.
it literally lead us, but you know what I
Yes.
mean.
Yes.
Realizing the value in us and like being soft. They call it this new thing called the soft life.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to like be masculine or do it just to get your point across. You don't have to be masculine or be rude or anything or be
Mm-hmm.
loud and rude or whatever. But you know who you are. You're feminine. You know what you like. You're taking care of yourself. You have self-care. You are emotionally secure. Emotional
Mm-hmm.
security is actually a feminine thing.
Yes. Yes.
Emotional strength is a feminine thing because women go like when you think of the cycle of the moon and what we're going through as women, that's a lot of emotional strength.
Whew. Talk about it. we be,
And a woman gives a man emotional strength, actually.
yes.
That's
They
what they aid.
they think she's my piece. Yes, she is your emotions to be intact with. She is glaring and mirroring you back how to be in touch with your heart. They are so
Right.
disconnected from their heart. That's why they need a woman to be soft, to be motherly, to be simply to be, because they're so used to doing. They don't know how to sit
Right.
still and be calm.
Like a strong feminine example is like if a man were to be like, okay, I got this, you know what I'm saying? I could, you know, or hand you something, you're like, no, I just don't feel comfortable.
Mm,
You made a choice, you were soft, you were feminine. But me, my internal part of me, my feminine self, I don't feel comfortable, therefore no.
no.
That was a standard you created. We didn't have to yell. We don't have to fight nobody. You just telling a man that you're not comfortable. How he takes that shows you how intelligently, how emotional intelligent he is. Does he get mad and be like, all right, get the hell out of here, or I don't need you, or I don't know who you think you are? Or if he truly is looking at that and wants to look deeper to find you the nest that makes you comfortable, then it shows the kind of man he is.
Mm.
Based on the standard that you just gave him. If we were in the jungle and you needed to find a place to be, you know, to sit there and have the baby. Or like, you know, like that's a feminine thing. Like, oh my, you
Yeah.
know, where am I comfortable? A man got to find out where is comfortable for my woman.
Mm.
Right? So,
Yeah.
woman, us creating these standards for ourselves, it's like paving the way. It's like, this is what makes me feel secure based on the security that I've developed in myself as a woman. You see how
That's,
strong feminine that is? It's feminine, but it's strong and it's a developed feminine at a
yeah.
certain standard.
That's why women have to know themselves outside of marriage, outside of kids, outside of the gender roles that this patriarchy has told women. Somebody just left a comment. Paper Chief Drew says, have either of y'all ever been married or proposed to? And that question has nothing to do with the soul of a person. Like the that's truly just such a limited view in life, that we are always have to be attached to somebody or something outside of us. Like a woman in her divinity can't just be that. And it's so unfortunate that most people are wired to like seek that out
To
in
look in
life
that
and to
way.
chase that. Yes. It's like, I am my own woman. How about that? Like,
I mean, there's a lot of women that have been married and proposed to, and they're in hell right now.
because they don't even know the meaning behind like being in that type of bondage with somebody. Like, I don't know why we so eager to be in bondage with people who has not even intact to their own selves and their own suffering. So we rather suffer with people. Of course, I understand.
Or just keep meeting a whole, because that would mean like if I was just out here trying to meet a whole bunch of guys and testing people out, it's like, you know, like is that what you would want? Like somebody out here just testing everybody? You know what I mean?
Yes.
Why not just work on myself and develop myself to what exactly I do want, so we don't waste anybody's time? That's what we always do. We sit out here and waste everybody's time. So if I could take quality over quantity, I'll take quality. And all that time that would have been spending getting over the next one to jump to the next one to jump to this one's not right, and I could have just really fine tuned in what I really truly want, so we don't waste people's time.
Oh,
It's a win-win.
wow. This is how to really, I know the new trend right now is to comment to women to like choose better. This is how to choose better and do better, is being in tune with yourself. So you don't just go off of one rebound to the next rebound trying to figure this thing out. Like, if you know what you want out of life, if you have a vision for yourself, some people's vision is life in life is more than romance. I just gotta tell people this. Like, some people are not even wrapping their whole existence between fighting a love interest in this movie. Like some people is seeking like truth. Some people is like seeking God. Like some people is just seeking themselves. But like people don't know how to comprehend that.
No, seriously, it's like that's a whole nother life. When we talk about people just being an externalization of what you need to learn in this life, that's a whole nother life.
It be projection. Everything is just projection, and most people are gaslighting everybody's reality because they only see their own reality. And if they see lack, that's how they're gonna view everybody else in lack too. Like, oh, you missing
Right.
out on something in life because I feel like I'm missing out because I'm empty within myself. Girl,
Once
don't.
you kind of know what like true masculine and feminine energies are, you kind of can, or once you can master your own masculine and feminine energies, you can kind of understand the baseline and then can know, okay, based on this, what do I want from this person based on the energies that this person will bring for me, you know what I'm saying, or would add to me, I should say.
Yes. Yes, I appreciate y'all for joining.
Yes.
I appreciate you, Kay.
I always appreciate you, Tara. What we doing next?
Oh, let me know because how's your comments over there? Since we really can't. I can only see mine. What's yours saying? Is it?
People saying y'all speaking truth. Somebody said keep testing these niggas. I think that was when somebody was like, if y'all had got married or something like that. I don't know. When you find that right man, you gonna stand by him and never leave his side.
I I just feel like I'm gonna say this one time for the one time because I'm so far into this like self-love, and that's all I'm going to ever point back to. Like that's all I'm ever going to let people know, like that's the only solution here. If you thinking like a person being married is the solution, having a baby is the solution, I'm gonna point you back to self every time.
You're so I don't think it's a solution. I think it's an extension.
Yes.
I'm not against having kids. I'm not against having a family. I'm not against being married. I'm against that being an extension, though. So just see it as an extension. Don't see it as like that's the solution to something within me. No.
Yes.
Once I have done remember, everything outside of you is an extension, or it's something to it's a retrograde. You see how it all makes sense? Remember we were talking about retrograde at first and how when the planet is moving direct, it's moving direct. You're going through life, you're experiencing something externally. And then retrograde is like it's coming back. So like things can either be direct, planets, energies can either be direct or it's retrograde. So it can either be you're extending, everything is like contracting or extending, right? So it's like you're either filled up and you're extending it out or expressing it out, or what? Once you express, it's coming back to you, right? Or it's something that it's something that you need to look in yourself. So it's always either internally looking in yourself or you're extending it out. So that's all that all these energies are. People are either representations or something that you have extended out or something that you need to look within yourself for.
Come on.
That's all.
And that's what
all that is.
because if you feeling like this person is toxic, if you feeling like this person is not honoring you, it's because you're not honoring yourself. They are just going to mirror back how you're treating yourself. So if you're not treating yourself with love, care, and gentleness, of course they're gonna be doing you dirty. Of course you're gonna feel like, oh, why are you being mean to me? It's because you are being mean to yourself.
Right. Anything you haven't worked on will spin the block. In
Ooh.
another way, anything you haven't worked on will spin the block. That's what
It will
retrogrades do, is spin the block.
spin the block. Spin the block.
It
Wow.
always comes back in another way because we're all here for lessons.
That's it.
Good and
That's
bad. Good and bad.
we signed a soul contract to come here, and our soul has a contract on this earth school to learn, and the real lesson is to love. But we think in love, the only way to love is romantically. Kay, I really just want to expand people's mind to see love just outside of what Disney has possessed us to view love, because automatically, if I once I say love, people think romantically. People don't even understand like being love and just doing things from love. But we're thinking like we have to receive love. You have to give love.
Right. You have to give love. And all the energies that are on the highest level are all conjoined with each other.
Mm,
Knowledge is love. You knowing everything about a person because you know yourself, that person really loves you
wow.
because they really know you, really truly know you. When a person really knows you, you know what I'm saying? Down to
Yeah.
the depths of you because they know themselves too. And you
Mm,
guys have connected on a certain level through what? Mental. See, it all comes back to through the mind, because through the mind is through actually being attentive and experiencing the person like how you experience life, right?
yes. That is what we came here to do, is just experience each other, just to own each other, just to like enjoy each other. But then when you have that much separation, people will feel like, oh, you don't like me. Like, why aren't you showing interest and caring about me, like being passionate about me? Because people are used to like possession, like people are used to control. People are
That's
not
true,
used to
yeah.
having love that is free and gives you that freedom, gives you that space, gives you that space so you can learn your own lessons here.
Because at the end of the day, that's all we're gonna have to. I mean, why not set things up for long term? Why not get ready now or like live in that now? You know what I mean? Like live in
Now.
it now. Like, you know how they
Right.
say like live like today's your last. Like when you really start to think about that, you're gonna live like, okay, what it is it that I wanted to truly learn and experience in this situation, like go, because all of that money stuff is not gonna matter no more. Right in that second, as soon as you learn you're gonna die next week, all of that shit go out the door.
Nothing matters. And then
All that shit.
we gonna realize when it's time for us to get up through it, we gonna be like, wow, life was supposed to be fun. Life was supposed to be about love. Like life was supposed to just be about enjoying the moment. We over here like chasing the dollar and like missing out on all the beauty in this life.
Because the thing is, when you're in that mindset, you naturally will have
Mm.
more ideas, more things that have broadened your mindset to then start doing something else to that will bring you everything that you want, your resources or whatever, love, peace. You know what I'm saying?
Everything money can't buy. That's the rewards.
Pretty much.
Everything money can't buy. Integrity, morals, your peace of mind, your spiritual connection with the source, with the higher power. Like these are what money can't buy. These are priceless.
But money ain't even real though. It's like money is it's perceived value. So when we talk about money, we need to just say perceived value because that's what it is.
Wow.
It's a perceived value. So
Wow.
whatever perceived value would be in 10 years, that'll be the new money.
Mm.
100 year, or let me say 200 years ago, or a few hundred years ago, money in that time was a whole different type of, it was a whole different thing.
Mm. Right.
Now, if you can think futuristic, digital, money or resources, perceived value will be in some type of digital form.
Girl, and I'm like, we letting digits really define us? Digits? Digits? That we can't even, that's not tangible, that we can't even touch?
Right. But if we started to think long, okay, here we see it all. It's all fucking connected. If we start thinking long term for every single choice, you be in the moment, you live in the
Mm.
moment
Mm.
with living with thinking in the end. So
Wow.
if we as a community can think in the end, seeing where things are going, we can milk the system and change society, because they do this.
Mm.
This is what they've been doing for hundreds of years, because they understand it's all about perceived value. So if we
Girl.
already can see where the perceived value is headed, we could already be working on that type of time now. So we were just talking about relationship stuff, and you see how it's the same thing. You go on the first date. I already know. I'm already past this. Yeah, we're here at the first date. I'm here. I'm enjoying myself. But once you hit me with a question, I'm gonna tell you straight up what I'm gonna be thinking future tense. What I have already established my standard of where I already see myself going. I hope that you feel the same way about yourself, right? And my mind is already in a the value that I put my mind is like, I'm already here where I see this whole thing going. So if it's
Oh,
not going there, it doesn't matter. It's the same thing of in money in the second house. The second house in astrology. What you
wow.
have, resources. So like all of these things that we talk about, once you stay true to the energy of it all, perceived value. The energy of it all, it's timeless. So whatever we're talking about, the energy is there.
Yeah.
Whether we talk about relationships, money and resources, people that I don't know, I think a lot of people that follow you are into astrology.
Mm-hmm. I think everybody knows about astrology. Like, people
And the
automatically,
houses
yeah.
and the signs and stuff.
Yeah.
So like that's why they say Taurus, Scorpio, or second house and eighth house have to do with money, resources, relationships, merging.
Mm.
Because I mean, it all means the same thing. We just talk about relationships, and we just talked about money and resources just now. Y'all see how they both kind of have they work on the same energy.
Mm.
It's
Yes.
two different. It's opposites, but it works on the same. It's in the same realm, the second house and the eighth house.
And imagine if we all link up like this. Like, we are so powerful in numbers, in building a community, like building relationships, because that's what they try to keep us apart. Like, the society, the elites don't want us to know certain things, and they don't want us to really link up together because we can dominate the society. But they keep us
Mm-hmm.
brainwashed. They keep us not knowing our worth. They keep us searching out. They keep us like chasing outside entities to not understand that we are the source, we are the creator, and we can make things shake. We can make things move. But
Because once you start realizing everything is perceived value, we're being marketed to every day because people understand
yo,
perceived value is where is what money is.
mm, wow.
So if we actually take that and start actually going about our day and actually planting seeds
Mm.
in that thought process of perceived value, we can create the perceived value for the future. It's just that simple.
It's just that
But we get
simple. We
so
can
sucked
create.
into what it is now. Go ahead.
Yeah, we can create it. I don't think most people even have that type of level of awareness knowing that we can create the value of things. That's why lace fronts is in right now. That's why lashes is in. This is why Tesla's is in, because we create. If one person doing it and we like it, then we just, they know we some followers. That's why they tried to
Yeah,
name
yeah.
TikTok followers and Instagram followers, because that's all we doing
Followers.
for real.
Following something else that's in a trend. So, and here's the thing, it's like for it to change, it has to be a collective effort, and it's hard to get everybody on par. So even though a few of us would know this, a lot of people are aware. But can we collectively move things? If the majority of people aren't on that, or aren't listening, or not taken out of this, truly taken back and seeing what it all is, seeing what's going on, everybody's sucked into a trend. You have to go with what's going on, not be a part of it. And we're in the age of Aquarius. We cannot be the minion of it. We have to be the Aquarius of it. So we actually need to be thinking like that, because that's Aquarius energy. You got to move with the energy. You got to step outside of what's going on. You know, if you guys know Aquarius energy, you step outside of what the trend is. You look at it and you're like, okay, it's more tech advanced. Everything is more looking in the future. Everything is more like, what can I do that no one else is even talking about to change the world for the future? That's what they're doing.
More geniuses. Yep. We need more geniuses instead of mediocrity. Instead of this baby mama, baby daddy culture. Like,
That's very wrong, baby daddy. Baby mama, baby daddy.
Let's rise above it. Let's rise above the flesh.
We're too worried about casual sex. The more we worried about casual sex, the more we're not even gonna be thinking about that. We're gonna be thinking about my baby mama from yesterday. Man, she's tripping. So then it's like, how does she?
They keep us locked in on that. They keep us locked in on that frequency, Kay, because they know that most people are operating in their lower nature. We can't even rise above and really create some shit and build some pyramids, because all we thinking about is when we gonna bust a nut.
Exactly. Somebody said Aquarius are emotionless, is why it's crazy wired out here. A lot of information, but wired. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the issue with Aquarius. So too much of anything is gonna be, too much of any energy has its downfall. Aquarius, too much of Aquarius energy. I was saying that earlier. You start to be very detached.
Yeah,
but you have to think in the good parts of Aquarius. Right now, we're seeing the effects of the parts, like we could see Aquarius energy happening because everything is detached, everything is digital, everything is just the masses, no actual connection.
Wow, it's here. The paradigm is shifting right before our eyes, man. But these type of conversations like puts out the atmospheres, like the energy to the universe.
Right. Putting it out here and then trying to get people to actually like see it, be aware of it, and then like, okay, how could I change? How could I be a part of the change though? Or you know what? Let me just change in my life. Just change in your life. You don't gotta be out here just change in your life. The more people can just change in their life.
Wow, that's the self-love.
And you see how it all connects.
That's the self-love we be talking about. That's the game changer. That's the power play. Is loving yourself.
Because the more self-love, you're not even gonna be worried about what?
You did
okay,
what?
So I'm about to break my back. Okay, let me just listen. You guys are about to break your back. Right? Because of social media and what it's showing you. To try to make all this money, to have triple the amount of expenses, just to really show what you really have. Because once you start getting these things that are giving you instant gratification, like a car, whatever the case is, everybody knows as soon as they had their first car, you felt on top of the world, you felt blissful. Now that right there was actually the best part of the feeling. After that, it all goes downhill. You
On
start
to
getting
the
used to the car. The only time you really feel bliss about the car is if you post it on Instagram or you post it on TikTok or whatever the case is, or if somebody sees it, then you start feeling good.
wow.
But as far as the internal happiness that it gave you from the first time you got it, you're not really going to feel that at that level anymore. So that's what I'm talking about. That instant level of you going to another level. Remember earlier when I was talking about when you're at baseline of not having any little thing you get, it's like, wow, it's an addition. It's a plus. That's
Wow.
what you actually feel.
Wow. Yes. It's icing to the cake.
It's ice into the cake. But yeah, they want you, they want you to, get all of these things that really and truly at the end of it all don't actually mean anything to you after time goes by. And we have to start thinking in a timeless way.
Yes.
You can't just think, okay, I'm gonna look better when I get this.
The real flex right now is having integrity. The real flex is having emotional intelligence. The real flex is having self-awareness. This is the flex right now. I don't care what they talking about because they out here like killing people, and then you see how life is supposed to be when somebody transitions. How life is so precious, life is so short. Live in this moment. Life is not supposed to be so chaotic, so tense, so serious. We should feel safe wherever we're at in life. We should not be walking around here scared to live this motherfucking life.
Yeah. Scared because it's really because of what other people are gonna think, or it's really like thinking about what other people are gonna think or how they feel. But the more that you spend more time with yourself and truly get to know yourself, and like you brand that like, this is me, this is truly, I went through enough recessions in myself to know what I'm truly valuable for. When everything is taken, not gonna change. Don't care.
Yes.
Not gonna change. It's not changing. Because at the end of the day, when this person says their opinion and goes about their life, they really don't even really care, because they have their life that's more important to them, which is a good thing. So it takes the
Yes.
stress off of you. They not harboring on you. They left an opinion, and now they just harboring on the person. They don't even care about their life no more. They just think about you all day. That's a selfish way of thinking. Those things are still from the selfish thoughts that you had before you did the self work. Because you continuing to think that way is you're thinking like these people have you in their mind all day. They don't give a rat's ass about you. They got their own life.
Nobody. They will care for a blink second. Like when people die, they will care for a moment, and then the next day they move on. So y'all better live for y'all lives. Y'all not gonna receive no cool points in heaven self-sacrificing yourself, putting somebody before you. It's you come first and everybody is after you.
Like right now, all of you guys that are tuned in, I'm sure you guys are loving the engagement. You guys are gonna take what you can get and put it in your life and go about your day.
Yes.
And you're more important. Whatever you do after this live, that's more important anyway. I mean, we know this. These are things that we already know.
Yes.
It's just actually merging awareness with execution, or awareness with like, okay, now that I'm aware of this, let me go about my day based on this awareness and let it lead me. Because you guys are here now. I don't expect whatever I say to you guys to be like, man, she said this, and then like the whole week you guys are harboring on. That would be selfish for me to think about. I'm gonna just say what's on my mind, because whether you guys are watching or not, it's how I feel. Same thing for you guys.
Yes. And we all feel different, and we all see this life different. But you gotta let your spirit lead you and guide you. Don't let nobody else lead you. Don't let these humans without a brain lead you. You better lead your damn self, because they gonna lead you.
And that's the beauty of it. It sounds so harsh, like you better lead yourself. What you mean lead myself?
Right.
It's like that's the freedom. That's the love.
Exactly, because a lot of people want to be a follower.
Though. That's the love, though. Listen, I'm giving you the gift, the freedom to just lead yourself. Go on. It's like, wait. You start thinking like, no, but no, what you mean? You just gonna, you see how like the attachment, the
Yes.
feelings,
The codependency is what love
codependency.
is. Neediness is what love is. Clinginess, jealousy. This is the unconscious love that this paradigm has been in a chokehold by, like has been in. So now when we are describing love as a freedom action, we think like you don't really care about me, or you don't have
Yeah.
any type of loyalty to me, or you're being selfish because you're committed to your highest self first. But that's how we all should be committed to our highest self first in order for us to really grow in the direction up.
You know what it is? It's the conditioning of control in relationships. It's the conditioning of control in money in the
Mm,
workforce. It's the
mm,
conditioning and control of your self-image. It's the
mm.
condition. You see how I just went through three different categories where there's
Yep.
conditioning and control of a certain way of how it should be or a standard.
Yeah.
But like, what if we took away society? You kind of start with freedom.
Wow.
That's what you start with. If
Wow.
we were on an island somewhere with, you have it's not something you got to think or search for. It's like
Yeah.
something you innately have.
Yes. Wow.
It's kind of like somebody that's on an island would think to us like they're taking your identity. How are you not
Mm.
seeing this? They're
Yeah.
taking our identity of how we're supposed to think about ourselves. We're uncomfortable of coming in our natural self. Like we have to see it like that. Think about if someone was on an island, right? And to them, their comfort is there. Their comfort is like, I don't know anything else but to be in myself. So if somebody is saying, I'm gonna look at it like, hold on, wait. So I can't be myself. So I can't do this is what the norm is. What the hell? I'm not subscribing to that. But they're
Girl.
used to this. We're used to this. Like we're used to that. So to us, it doesn't look. See how it's unlearning. To
Mm.
us, it don't look like an issue.
Yes.
We would have to do a case study with someone that has never even seen societies or people around the world, and then like let them look at us and be like, yo, y'all are like some slaves right now without even knowing.
We are
They probably would.
slaves. Yo, we are slaves and don't even know. If we get out of the cage, we'll probably go back in because we're uncomfortable. We think we are
Mm-hmm.
lost if we go on a nature walk, okay? That's how insane we are living right now. If we go outside on a nature walk, we probably will be scared and thinking that we are lost. You are never lost when you're with yourself. You're never like empty when you're with yourself. And I just want to remind people who you are. We just forget this like coming into this existence, and we just have to remember and come back to our soul because we really forget. We really get
Who we
brainwashed
are.
by movies, by the media, by the music. We are getting brainwashed every single day.
And that's why there's always a fear with transitioning in any way or transforming in any way, going through any kind of transformation.
Mm.
Because it's like unknown. It's like, you're kind of scared of yourself almost. You're scared
Yeah.
of yourself.
Wow. That's
A lot
powerful.
of being scared of ourselves.
We are. We are. We are. That's why we run from ourselves. That's why we distract ourselves. That's why we get into these relationships. We run from ourselves because if we know, like, especially if we're not like our own best friend, if we are our own worst enemy, and we are not, we sit by ourselves and we talk evil to ourselves, we doubt ourselves, we are really mean to ourselves. No wonder why people avoid like sitting still and avoid and get attached to other people. So I see it because you have to build a peaceful connection with yourself first.
to really know. That's technically how you start to know a lot of things. You can know a lot of things by knowing yourself first. Like if you were to sit with yourself for a while and just kind of do like an experiment to really truly know yourself, then start going out into the world and you're like, yeah, I don't know if this certain thing is for me.
This
This is
not
not
for
what I'm
me.
used to.
You don't even gotta participate it to know it's not for you. You don't even gotta bump
When
your
you
head.
really start to focus on finding who you are and really taking time for yourself, oh yeah, you would know.
Just off of the feeling. Trust me.
Just and stop like not wanting to fit in or whatever.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. It's 11 o'clock.
I
My
know.
face.
We touched on so many different topics.
Did. I miss you. This was so much fun. Like this was everything. Knew it would be.
Yeah.
That's why I knew TikTok was gonna be that place. Like we over here chopping it up, full engagement.
Right. Well, you already know, because listen, guys, our phone calls are always like a live, pretty much. So like anytime we might as well go live when we talk, because when we talk, our conversations are up here.
Yes, high level, and some people. If you that's why I know people are just we are all like on in alignment. We are all on the frequency of love and like growth and evolution, and it's just amazing. It's amazing to see. It's amazing to be a part of the evolution.
Right. It is. I'm grateful. Well, thank you, honey. This is like my first live, guys, on TikTok.
Oh, how did it go? How did it go over there? Because we really on two different lives, but we merged.
I know. We gotta find out a way where we can all come together. When we can come together, is there a way to do that on here? Where like
no, I don't
see
think.
everything?
I don't think they. Yeah, they're not high level yet. But
they need. I mean, really, it's about time now.
But it's dope. Everybody's saying like one of our sis said, please do a Spotify room. I gotta check out the Spotify room. I gotta check out
A Spotify room? What's that?
Why? I gotta check.
You can go live on Spotify or like podcast type. Like
yes, it's like a podcast type. We definitely probably gotta do that next. Thank you for that. I'm gonna check a Spotify room out.
Yes, please do Spotify room, ladies.
Oh, you see that comment now?
I just seen that now. Yeah.
Oh, so you probably do see then what the comments is.
I'm confused. Maybe it went out. Remember how like maybe my phone went out or something where I couldn't see them?
Okay.
Girl, I don't know.
You have a great night.
You too,
let
honey.
us know anything like so where they can contact you or
contact me. You trying to get my number
no,
already?
like what's your Instagram? Let us know your Instagram and your YouTube.
Okay. Just where they can contact you. Okay, yeah. So I'm on Instagram. Instagram user handle is Kadianne White, KADIANNE WHYTE. Relates on YouTube as well as on here TikTok.
And Tara Chantel is mine as well. So we want to see y'all on the other side on those platforms just as much as we love seeing y'all on TikTok. Thank y'all for joining tonight. This has been so much fun.